Hey everybody, how are you? I'm back again with a different topic this time, okay? I want to talk about, has everybody gone crazy? I'm just asking. Yeah, possibly. So anyway, so let's see. Hold on. So I don't know if this happens to you guys or not, which I'm sure it does. You get these phone calls, and they're very slick with these phone calls because what they do is they'll take the same area code, the same prefix, and what they'll do is they will call you. So here you are thinking, because we don't remember phone numbers anymore, right? We don't remember phone numbers anymore. Back in the day, you could remember Mr. Jones' phone number, Miss Beulah's phone number, everybody's phone number. You could remember, now because we just put it in this little thing right here, and we just press the name, and there you have it. So when people say, when you say, "Oh gosh, my phone died," people say, "Here, you can use mine," and like, why? I don't know anybody's number, but there are a few numbers that I do know. I will say that out of everybody's number, I probably know about and maybe I'm being generous, maybe not, 10 people's phone numbers, okay? And some of them are just numbers that I've known for a very long time. Sometimes I just put people's numbers in a rhythm, I like music, so I put it to music and I can remember certain people's numbers like from like decades ago. Um, but most of the time we don't. And the telemarketers or whoever they are, they know that. So they know that if I dial a 914-423 number and I have a friend with that extension, they're going to call me back on a 914-423 number, but the last four digits will be completely different, but you don't pay any attention because you're just looking. You know what I'm talking about. You guys have had that happen. And I think it's just so ridiculous. And then when you do pick it up, because you're just thinking, okay, if it's a friend, let me pick it up, because you're not really saying. And even though I have most people's numbers, locked into my phone, this is a different phone. So if you have a different phone, they don't always transfer over. And that's what I'm going through right now, trying to transfer all my really old numbers into a different phone. And so anyway, so it's always a pain in that because you think you've done it, but you really didn't do it. And for some reason, all of my people that I barely call got transferred over. And people that I call all the time, theirs didn't get transferred over. So anyway, so they call you and I get this call. "Hi, my name is Amber. Can you hear me all right?" And I'm thinking, oh my goodness, this is another freaking robot. So I said, "Amber, are you a robot?" you know, I get asked that question all the time. Yeah, because you are a freaking robot, okay? So who are you kidding? It's like, "Hi, my name is Steve. I'm calling you on a recorded line. Can you hear me okay?" Yeah, I can hear you just fine. It's the people that I want to talk to that I can't hear. It's crazy. So every time you turn around, there's another phone call coming in. And we all know that they're robots. And then what's so weird is that they have them programmed to try and answer the questions. Like when I say, "Are you a robot?" And she giggles. A lot of people ask me that question. Yeah, they asking you that question because they're probably figuring out a real human being. Where are you calling from? Pause. Um, yes, let me take the information. But what are you talking about? You can't take any information. I don't have no fingers. I'm just saying. It's all so crazy. So everybody has gone mad. The other thing is, besides those others, those dumb, ridiculous phone calls, they still have those emails that are going out about, you could just talk to, like, for example, I was in a meeting one night and the secretary was there. But the next day, I'm on my email, and I get this email from the secretary that I'm sitting next to at a meeting the night before saying, "Hi, Ivy, this is boom, boom, boom. I am over in, I don't know, some place, some state, I don't know where. And I lost my wallet. I don't have anything, blah, 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 blah." And I'm thinking, well, how's that possible? She couldn't have gotten there between last night when we got out the meeting at 10, 11 o'clock at night to be where she is now. So, of course, someone from Nigeria. And I don't know how people fall for this stuff. There are still people falling for this crap, meeting people on the internet. The internet has gone completely hog wild. I mean, people can contact you. There are people who have to meet people on the internet. These people come in from Africa. They take all your money. They take everything. Look, they can't take any money from me because I ain't got none. But I'm just saying, some of these women are so vulnerable. Women, please, you can do better. You don't need to have a man. We choose to have a man. Those of us who, you know, want to be with one, we choose to have them. We don't need to be with them. It's nice to be in a relationship, but people don't lose your freaking livelihood. I mean, all your money. These people don't care anything about you. If it's a man, he should be trying to help you, not vice versa. I'm just saying. Anyway, or at least somebody equal. My pastor, who passed away a couple of weeks ago, used to say to me, Ivy, no woman should want a man that has less than she's got. And you know what? He's absolutely right. No one, no woman. You want a man that has less than you? What does that say about you? And some women will just take a man, they don't know him from Johnny Appleseed, and they just bring him into their house. They sleep with them. They do all kinds of things with them. And then they wonder why they're left high and dry. Listen, men will use you just like that. Do you hear me? Not all men, because all the men in my family I love. And all my male friends, love them because they're the best. I mean, they truly are God sent friends from heaven. I'm going to tell you that right now. Um, I wouldn't give him up for anybody. In fact, my friend Anthony, when I was in college, he wouldn't go out with anybody unless they accepted me and vice versa. Because it's like, this is a friendship. This is a whatever it is. Even though I know some people don't think you can be friends with somebody of the opposite sex after you, or as a friend, but I disagree. I was brought up with a brother. We were like this, so I understand. But anyway, so I wanted to just make sure. Oh, the other thing about going crazy, because I'm over my little 7 minutes now. Donald Trump wants to buy Greenland. How about making America a clean land? I mean, before you go off and try to buy some other land. I'm just saying. I mean, we got so much dirt and filth and garbage, and I'm not just talking about the stuff that they throw on the ground, but there's a whole bunch of other internal junk and garbage that we're still dealing with. That before we go and try to occupy or incorporate or buy anything else, we need to take care of the people that are here. This America has gotten. I walked up one street on Ashburton, Warburton here where I live, and it was filthy, filthy. You want people to come here and live, but yet you don't clean the streets are filthy and dirty. You don't tell people that they need to. We need to do another Native American, the Indian that used to cry with a teardrop back in the day. For those of you who are old enough to remember that, just said keep America beautiful. You come and you take land, you invade it, you take it over, and then you treat it like crap. So when people are spitting on the street and women are spitting on the street, we saw this African lady just hawk some spit, just spit it right on the sidewalk, no matter where anybody's walking. They take it into their house. That's why when you come to my house, you have to take your shoes off. I'm sorry. I mean, between the dog poop and the spit and the snot and the urine and everything else, you do not want that stuff in your house. I'm just saying, because we got a lot of nuts out here. There's a lot of people who are very mentally unbalanced. There are people who have no place to go, so they don't have any other choice. But you can go in the grass. I'm just saying, if you have to go. But the thing is that we have a lot of work to do over here. And the other thing that I think is crazy is the Flint, Michigan thing with the water, how they directed lead to go to a certain area, like the black area. And then now we have Newark, New Jersey. I mean, when you really think about it, people, please wake up and understand what's going on here. I try to tell people, we've been a target for quite some time here in the United States of America. It is crazy the amount of hatred that you have. It's all fear. Hate is simply fear. But to just hate somebody simply because of the way God made them, what does that say about you? Cut the crap already. I mean, look. Let me just go because I'm done. It's really too much for me to even talk about. But yeah, I think the whole place has gone crazy. I think these robocalls and people polluting the earth as they always do, as if it's never going to come back. Folks saying, well, I don't have to worry about it. I can kill up America and pollute the land and do everything else because my kids, we're going to be so rich that we're going to be able to go to another planet. Okay, that might be a good idea. Yeah, go to another planet. hmm I'll leave it at that. All right, guys. But before I go, I know I said goodbye. One last thing. You know what I think is crazy? And this is a little bit on a serious tip. I want to talk about in one of my shows about how is it possible that crazy mothers, and I saw this movie last night. It was a foreign film that I watched with some friends. We had dinner. Um, and it was about this poor guy who was a father. He married this woman. They had a baby. It was crazy. It was, oh my God, it was a foreign film. But anyway, one of the things he said was how, the government does not, the government allows, and it wasn't even in America, but a crazy mother to, like, in other words, he's saying a child cannot be protected from a crazy mother, no matter how mentally ill the mother is. If she has not caused any kind of harm that someone can physically see, like emotional, mental, spiritual abuse doesn't play a part. It's only a physical abuse when you are neglect. But like, who knows that that's happening? I mean, you have mothers that just have babies. And the other thing that's crazy that I want to talk about is sometimes when I watch Paternity Court really late at night, because after I'm settling down, I want to watch something ridiculous. I will watch Paternity Court, which blows my mind, on these women who sit there and they say that they had sex with this man on the same day, and it could be, this one could be the father and that one could be the father, and then comes out you got two men who's loving this baby, which now I can understand why some men are so sour, have such a bad taste in their mouth about certain things when it comes to women, because they'll just pop themselves open for anybody, at any time of the day. Can your self-esteem possibly be that low? I'm just asking you. And yes, we have a lot of women with very low self-esteem, if any self-esteem at all. And this is all stems from how they're raised in a house, and the dynamics of the relationship between the adults, if you will. I won't even say the mom and the dad, but just the adults. And then I'm so sick of them saying, and I'm going to come back with this on the paternity court thing when I do the family court thing. Oh, well, I didn't have a father. No, so I didn't have a father in my home, and I won't want my son or daughter to growing up. Every daughter needs her daddy, and every son, I can't teach my son how to be a man. Shut up. You should have thought about that before. I'm sorry, I don't have any sympathy, but it's almost like they're on a loop. Everybody that comes on the show, I didn't have a father. I didn't have a father. Well, where are all the billions of fathers that out there that plant these seeds and then they don't care anything about the kids? I don't know any men like that. I mean, all the men that I know, they take care of their children. They're either married or they're taking care of the kids. I don't know. And then some men think it's so bad. Yeah. How many children do you have, Mr. So-and-so? I got, I got 10 kids from the same woman. Come on, George. Like, what do you mean? Come on. Yes, I have several friends whose fathers have had 7 children from the same exact woman. And he let them know you ain't gonna find no half brothers and sisters out there anywhere. One woman that have all the children. Anyway, we'll come back and I'll talk about that later. I don't want to go on and on and on like a hot butter popcorn. But anyway, we will talk some of the topics that I want to talk about later on, and we'll go into depth about those later. In the meantime, I'll talk to you guys later, and thanks again for listening. All right, talk to you soon. Bye for now.